Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Friday, 10th day of June, 4th day of Sivan, and also my last chance to speak to you before the holiday of Shavuos. Of course, Shabbos is going to be a regular Shabbos, but then Sunday and Monday are the 2 days of Shavuos for us out here in Gullus. Only one day of Shavuos for those people in Israel. So one last thing that I want to tell you before the holiday hits is this. If you think about it, the holiday of Shavuos is such a convergence of so many different things that all land, and I don't mean by accident, God orchestrated it this way, but so many things land on the same day. First of all, we've been counting the Sphira, the 49 days, and it's the 50th of the count of Sphira. That's one of the things that Shavuos is. Shavuos is also the holiday when we bring our first fruits to the Beis Hamikdash, to show to the temple, to show God that we, even though we've been agricultural, if we were, but we acknowledge that everything comes from God, so the first of our fruits go right to God, and so it's Chag HaBikurim, the holiday of those first fruits. It's also, if you watch the description of it in the Torah, it's the holiday when we bring two special loaves of bread as up on the sacrifice in the temple, and that's pretty interesting. It's the day of the special sacrifice of two loaves of bread. You don't see that too often. These chametz breads, which were brought in the temple on the holiday of Shavuos. It also just, I don't mean to sound weird here, but it happens to be also the day when we got the Torah from God. So look at all the things that are happening. It's the holiday of Bikurim. It's the holiday of the weeks. It's the holiday of the two loaves of bread. It also happens to be the day that we got the Torah. And these are no accidents. All these things come together, and there are giant speeches here about how it all fits together. We won't have time for that here. But the main thing that I wanted to hit you with now is that with all the things that go on in Shavuos, please do not overlook that it is also in many ways the most giant event in all of our history, because you know that other religions often start from one charismatic man who makes an announcement and tells people to follow him, and he gets followers, and the next thing you know, something gets rolling. That's kind of how Christianity went. That's kind of how Islam went, and that's often how cults start and whatever. One charismatic person, and then the whole thing just kind of gets rolling. Christianity didn't even exist when Jesus was just alive. It's more like his disciples afterwards who pumped it up and made it become a religion. But here, lahavdil, you're supposed to say that when you go over to something like different, way different from that, going over to holiness now. In Judaism, it is so drastically different. We do not start from one charismatic man. Sure, Moshe was the leader of the Jewish people, but we don't like have the religion where we're worshiping him. What we're doing is he was the one who led us out of Egypt with God's help, of course. But the moment, the Shavuos moment, which should never be ignored, is that something happened in our religion that did not happen in any of the others, which was that God appeared in front of millions of witnesses at Har Sinai and said, Anochi Hashem Elokecha, I am the Lord your God. And so we have there what no other religion can claim. Millions of witnesses who saw the beginning of the religion, not from a charismatic man convincing people of stuff, but from God himself revealing himself to the Jewish people, millions of them, on the holiday of Shavuos. And that really is the anchor of all of our faith. Then those witnesses, of course, none of them are alive today, but they told it to their children, who told it to their children, who told it all the way down to, etc., down to me and you. And we are part of this amazing legacy that knows that this is not some bogus claim that one charismatic man pushed. This was God appearing to my great-great-great-great-grandparents and telling them the Ten Commandments. And that also happened on the holiday of Shavuos. So I'm not minimizing any of them. All these things are the holiday of Shavuos. You want to know one more? Some say that it's Chag HaShavuos, and besides being the Feast of Weeks, Chag HaShavuos is also the holiday of the oaths, where we made oath because a Shavuot is an oath. So look how many things come together when you describe the holiday of Shavuos. But please don't ever ignore the biggie, which is the cornerstone of all of our faith happened on this special holiday, because millions of witnesses saw God kind of like begin the religion when he told us, I'm the Lord your God, I took you out of Egypt, these are your commands, and then taught it all to Moshe, who taught it all to us. Don't ever forget that. That's another one of the very, very big things that come together on this holiday of Shavuos. I hope you have a very meaningful Shabbos, a very meaningful Shavuos, and hopefully we'll have a fresh law for you on the other side. So have a great Shabbos and a great Yontif. Bye-bye.